Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, The Mondesir Critique. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the movie that everybody on the internet seems to be talking about, and that is Don't Worry Darling, starring Florence Pugh, Harry Styles, Chris Pine, Gemma Chan, Nick Kroll, and Olivia Wilde, who also directed the movie. Don't Worry Darling follows Florence Pugh and Harry Styles' Alice and Jack, a couple who lives in this idyllic 1950s, 1960s-esque neighborhood in California. All the men in this neighborhood work for some mysterious company called the Victory Project, while the women cook and clean and raise the kids and drink and shop with each other and wait for their husbands to come home. Alice and Jack's relationship seems really great. They're on the same page about their desires and goals in life. They're very, very passionate, and they both seem really happy with their arrangement overall. It seems really perfect. Except every so often, Alice will experience something really weird occurring in suburbia. Whenever she has a moment to herself, she'll start to have these hallucinations, I guess, where she'll see half-second fragments of a vision or memory, but she can't really remember anything more than that. There's a song that she's constantly humming, but she can't quite place where exactly she heard it. And her house and the things in it seem to be playing tricks on her. Something is off, for sure, but of course, who can she tell? Who would believe her? She doesn't even really want to believe that something strange is happening herself. This is honestly all I can say about the plot without ruining the big twist, the big reveal that happens with only 30 minutes left in the film. It's a really strange movie. There just isn't much plot there beyond Alice experiencing weird things in this weird neighborhood. And because of that, the only thing to look forward to is the big reveal. All I really was waiting for was that moment when you go, oh, so that's what's going on. And once I had that curiosity satisfied, I didn't really care to know anything more about the movie. There is not a single interesting character in this movie, and I guess you can say that that's on purpose because everybody is supposed to be uniform and happily conforming to their surroundings and doing as their leader Frank tells them to do. Even Alice has no personality despite being the lead in this film and being the only person that is noticing her odd surroundings. Like, things are constantly happening to her, but we don't actually really get to know her. That being said, it was actually really smart to cast Florence Pugh in this because she is a stellar actress and certainly rises to the occasion for this. This kind of role is in her wheelhouse. In everything that I've seen her in so far, she's played shades of this character. I've always seen her play, that headstrong, intelligent, not taking anyone's BS, empathetic, going down fighting persona. And she's doing that same kind of role here. I can't imagine it was much of an acting challenge for her, but she definitely showed up and brought her A game for sure. The most exciting scene in the movie involves a really intense dinner conversation between her and Chris Pine's Frank character, and it's just superb acting for both of them. Pine is so sneaky and so slippery as this Frank character, and Pugh really commands the entire room, the entire scene. It's good acting. Harry Styles is okay here, definitely nowhere near as strong of a performer as Florence. There are a couple of scenes where he's required to emote aggressively, and he doesn't really sell it. It's not that great. He's such an interesting famous person to me. I was about 2 to 3 years older than his target demographic when he was in One Direction, so I largely haven't really paid attention to his entertainment pursuits, but he truly does nothing for me as a public figure. In fact, in my opinion, it makes perfect sense that he was cast as Jack in this movie, where he's supposed to be just this really pretty but empty robot in this world. Do not come for me, One Directioners. I come in peace. it's just not really a great performance from him. Kiki Lane is also in this, and it's a shame how little she's used here. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but you know, this is like a super white neighborhood that they all live in. And I wonder if there's supposed to be some commentary on how like neighborhoods like this from back in the day kind of have these, they're filled with people that have these mindsets that leave no space for Black people who do not conform to their way of life and who do not conform to their whiteness. And I wonder that's why they've made her character kind of invisible here and not really in the movie. But the movie is doing the same thing to Kiki Lane by sidelining her in this lily white cast. Someone in the film actually says that Kiki Lane's character Margaret and Alice are supposed to be really great friends, but Florence and Kiki only share a couple of scenes together on screen, and they both look like they don't know each other that well. She's the only other person in the movie that is uneasy about this town and its whole ordeal, so why not give her more to do rather than give us 57 scenes with Florence Pugh freaking out. Now, there are a couple of technical aspects in the film that I really enjoyed. There's a really cool special effect where Alice is watching somebody close a curtain, and for a split second you see it's like a figure, or you see something in the curtains, and it serves as like a memory for Alice because the curtain stirs up something she's remembered from long ago. There's also a sequence where you can't really tell that it's like different days. Like it just, all the activity and everything happening in that scene kind of runs in to the other, which I thought was really cool and adds to, I think, the restlessness that Alice is feeling all the time. But overall, it's really not a great movie, unfortunately. I can't even tell you what like 2 movies it's obviously inspired by, because that will spoil the whole thing for you, which just goes to show you how unimaginative and stale this movie kind of is. Other people have done it better in the past. There's also very obvious commentary on gender in Don't Worry Darling, and I rolled my eyes so quick and so hard when that, you know, big moment came that was supposed to be the big gender talk, gender disparity, you know, moment. It's the most superficial yet heavy-handed commentary on gender. It's how you would break down sexism to a 12-year-old boy, but it absolutely did nothing for me as a grown woman. So there it is. It's not a great movie, but it's also not a terrible film. Like it really is kind of up my alley. I like that like thriller, female-led, what's going on type of deal. So I guess if you're in the mood for a thriller and you're near a theater and you're gonna pay a matinee price to see it, then yeah, I don't think you'll have a bad time watching it. But if you have other stuff to do, or if you have better movies to watch, I suggest you go watch them. And that is the Mondesier critique. I'll see you guys later.